Good morning, everybody. Yes, it's me again. I'm just looking for George Lee's job. I hope you're all keeping well, and I hope you're enjoying the good weather that we're having at the moment, and hopefully we'll have over the Easter period as well. I hope this is going to work again today. As I said before, I'm a total technophobe. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we'll mosey on anyway, and hopefully, as I said, this will work, and you'll be able to get to see this video. Thank you very much as well for the positive feedback that I received from the last video that I did. I think it is good for even the children maybe just to see me once in a while, and for you to hear from me also. I know I've been emailing, but sometimes face to face can also be as effective as an email can. Today would have been a very special day in the life of Divine Word National School. Today, our two sixth classes should have been making their confirmation, and it would have been a very special day for them, a day when they come together with their grandparents, their parents, their siblings, their whole family to celebrate their confirmation. And for any of you who've got older children who've gone through that ceremony, you'll know that, and we notice that when they come back to school to visit the school, the first thing they go to look for is the confirmation photograph or the first communion photograph in our front foyer of the school. Hopefully, we're going to organise something. If we're not back after in April, and if it goes on any longer, we'll organise some sort of photograph, or if the confirmations don't go ahead before the summer months, we'll try and organise something anyway. I know today I'm doing a Zoom video with Miss Gallagher's class at 11 o'clock and with Mr. Riley's class at 2 o'clock. So, that'll be a little bit of communication celebration for today. But please just remember them today as well, because they would have been very excited at this present moment and looking forward to going up to the church. And our two fifth classes, the same. They would have been part of the choir for the ceremony, and even our altar servers. Jack, isn't that right, Jack? You'd be looking forward to today as well. So, as I said, please just keep them in your thoughts as we go through today. Um, just want to say congratulations and a very well done to Alicia Croak in sixth class, because she took me up on suggestion about writing to people in our frontline services recently. And she didn't write to a doctor, she didn't write to a nurse, but she actually wrote to one of our refuse companies, thanking them for doing the bin collections through these difficult times. And these are the people who are out there, and they're keeping the country going. And when they received her letter, they were overjoyed as well. They were really touched, and they tweeted it, and it's available there on Twitter as well. And we've retweeted it on our own Twitter account. So I just want to say very well done to Alicia and to everybody who did send cards or letters to people who were in the frontline services, and also keep them in your mind as we go through these difficult days. We haven't heard as yet whether we're going back on April the 20th or whether we're not. There's been no further announcement as yet from the Department of Education or from the government. But once we get any more information, I'll be in touch with you straight away, probably via email as well. At the present moment, I mentioned Zoom earlier on. I'm communicating with teachers. We're having regular staff meetings via Zoom, and I know they have been emailing work plans to you, and they've been suggesting websites, and they have been working on looking at other platforms over the past few days as well, and they're going to be in touch with you after Easter in relation to other platforms that they are setting up, and as a form of communication between you and the teacher and you, and with children as well, and how and I know they've been correcting work, and this is a further way of communication with you, so that the teaching and the learning can continue as well. And the feedback so far from parents has been very positive. Teachers have been telling me that the advice about not getting stressed out and just planning the day yourself, and that there isn't an expectation that all the work is done, because we do realize that there's stuff going on at home as well. So just thank you very much for that feedback. And I said, teachers aren't just planning this as well. They're also involved at the moment in policy development. We are producing a cyberbullying newsletter for parents, which will be going out to you soon as well. Because we do realise that children are using devices at the moment, and there is the opportunity opportunity sometimes for a touch of cyberbullying to go on. So we're quite conscious of that as well, and there'll be a newsletter going out to you in relation to that fairly soon. Teachers are also liaising with our special ed teachers because there are children with special ed needs who have to be catered for as well. In fact, our junior infant teachers spent nearly all day of yesterday contacting the authors of particular storybooks because we have to have permission from them. We want to tell the stories on camera or on video, whatever. And our junior infant teachers are planning to tell some stories and do some work with our junior infant teachers. So we have to get permission from the authors to do that, and that takes time as well. So and they're also liaising with outside agencies such as our psychologists, our NEP psychologists, and our special education needs organizer with the National Council for Special Education. There's a lot of other stuff that's been done as well during these times. And as I said, they'll continue to send out the work plans to you after Easter, along with the new platforms that they're going to be using. So just keep an eye out for your emails. This may involve the use at home of more technical equipment, but don't be worried. I mean, you don't have to go out and start purchasing any new laptops or iPads or whatever or anything like that. Just use what you have. And as I said before, we do realize that there may be pressure in the house for a laptop or an iPad because of the number of children in the house, and maybe as well that there is an older sibling who's doing state exams. Obviously, they're going to get preference. So don't be worried about things like that. I would ask you though that when you are communicating with teachers, the feedback they've been getting, as I said, has been very positive. But please just remember as well that they're under pressure as well. They're trying as well to balance a work and home lifestyle as well. They're not used to teaching or through a computer or through a camera. We're used, as I said, to being in the classroom and interacting with the children. So this is all new for teachers as well. They also have spouses whose jobs are in jeopardy as well, and maybe who have lost their job as well. So we have to be very conscious of that also. And they're also schooling, just like yourselves, they're schooling their own children and having to look after their own children and as well. And in fact, we've had one teacher who's had to postpone their wedding, so that can be quite stressful also. But as I said, the feedback has been very good, and I want to thank you for all your cooperation and for all your assistance and for your patience over the past number of weeks. It hasn't been easy. It has been difficult. It's been difficult for me. It's been difficult for the teachers in school. It's been difficult for you as parents, and it's also been difficult for the children. They haven't been able to see their friends or to meet their friends face to face, or you hug them or touch them or play with them, and that's very difficult as well. And it's a very unusual circumstances, as you appreciate. And we are going through very, very strange times, but we will come out of it. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and we'll probably come out of it, much more stronger with maybe new ideas and how to work and how to socialize, etc. But in the meantime, just keep safe, keep washing hands, social distancing, and once we do that, we'll come out all the better. So look, I would like to have a quick chat maybe now with the children. So if you want to put me on pause and just get the children for a few minutes. Díomh Fáistí, if I was to say to you now, Diagwich, what would you say? That's right, Dias Miragwich. And if I was to say Conasatá too, what would you say? That's correct, Tá mé go maith. Tá mé go maith. I hope you're all keeping well. As I said before in my last video to you, I'm still missing you. I wish we was doing assembly this morning. And I know our teachers are missing you as well. They wish that on a nice day like today, they might be doing PE outside in the yard. But unfortunately, we still have to be where we are. Today, I just want to say a quick shout out, first of all, to our two sixth classes, because as you know, they would be making their confirmation today. And the rest of you would be finishing at 12 o'clock today as well. And our two fifth classes would be the choir at the confirmation. We want to tell our two sixth classes we're really thinking about you today. We know that this would be your special day, and we know that it would be a special day with your families and with your friends, and you'd be going to a restaurant, maybe even have a bouncy castle out the back garden. I don't know, but we're thinking of you guys, and we're hoping that we'll be able to put something in place between when we go back to school and when you finish in school. we'll try something, we'll do something, we're thinking of ideas. So we don't want to forget you, and we know it's your special day today. Um, Sorry, is that Ellen Butterly I see doing her ballet around the kitchen in her house? Oh, is it? Yes, I think it is. Anyway, I hope you have a good day anyway, sixth class, no matter what you're doing. And I suppose the weather that it is today makes it even better for you as well. A quick shout out, I mentioned it earlier on to your parents, to Alicia Croak. She sent in a letter to one of our frontline services, to our waste disposal people, and her letter was tweeted by them. And if you follow us on our school Twitter, you'll see the letter that she got. So well done, Alicia, well done. And just myself and Alicia had something in common because we, as you remember, we fractured our ankles nearly at the same time. But Alicia, my boot is off now, so hopefully yours is going to come off soon. So all is good. Um, I was out for a little walk yesterday, my first little walk, and I bumped into our community guard, Garda Niall Russell. You know Garda Niall? Remember Garda Niall used to come in and he gave us talks around Halloween about how to be safe at Halloween. Well, I bumped into Garda Niall and he had a special message for somebody in Miss Dempsey's class. And it was for Ronan O'Connor because he remembers the last time he was in Miss Dempsey's class, Ronan said to him that he wanted to become a guard as well. So Ronan, he wants to know if you still want to become a guard. And he said he hopes that you got the desk from Santa Claus that you were looking for, and that he hopes you're doing your schoolwork now on that desk. And he wished everybody in the school well because he knows, he said, we're going through different times at the moment. And Senan Cullen, are you wearing your hat? I know you're great for wearing your hats. Have you got your hat on there? Good man, Senan. Um, Shout out as well for Patrick and Wesley Earl because I heard that you've grown about another 5 centimeters. I hope you're going to be able to get in the door of the school when we eventually go back to school. And to Lucy Mander, Lucy, I believe that you are continuing on with your basketball skills at home. And I do hope as well that you are helping mum with her green bin and her recycling because I know you help us a lot in school as well with our recycling as part of the Green School Committee. So I hope you're doing that as well. So listen, guys, I hope you have a nice Easter. I hope you get loads of Easter eggs, but hold off eating them now until Easter Sunday, and don't eat them all at the one time, because we still want to see you fit and healthy when you come back to school. And we hope you enjoy the Easter. Take it easy. It's downtime now. I've been saying to your mums, we want to keep away now from screen time, and it's back to parents now as well. You know, no screen time maybe over the Easter holidays. We've had a lot of screen time and Facebook messaging and WhatsApp messaging and all of that. So if we stop that now maybe for over the Easter and just take a break from it all. So listen, children, I hope you have a good Easter. We hopefully will see you soon. As I said, I'm still missing you. The teachers are still missing you, and we hope that we'll get to see you fairly soon. Okay, so have a good Easter, and mums and dads, slán go fóill, I'll be in touch again. And as I said, let Easter be a time for no screen time, no WhatsApping, because I know you WhatsApp each other, and just keep it nice and quiet for maybe over the Easter, just for yourselves, for peace of mind. So listen, slán go fóill, have a good Easter, and I'll be in touch again soon. Slán and ish.